What's up, guys? Wise out here coming at you again with another episode of Wise Talks. Hey, listen, guys, if you are already subscribed, go ahead and do me a favor and let, I don't know, 10 people that you know, make them aware of this channel. Don't make me your best kept secret, because I'll be honest, I've done that so many times, and now, like for me, anybody, and actually it's kind of funny, I was just talking to a friend of mine today who I recommended about GC. I told him, I was like, dude, like, you got to go check out GC. They had never heard of any of his material or anything, and I was like, dude, you got to go check him out. Like, go get, Celebi Soul, go get Boba, go get, like all his books. And sure enough, like, she did it, and she was telling me about it today. She's like, yeah, check him out. Da, 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 da. So, but usually, like, back in the past, like, I would usually like keep, people that were like super valuable. Like, I wouldn't really, let anybody else know about it. But I don't think that that's the right way to do it. And especially in business, because that I was talking about, that was coming from a total different industry. But in business, it is because it's just, you want to have the mindset of abundance. It doesn't make sense to have a mindset of scarcity and thinking that somebody's going to take something away from you by them knowing what you know or who you know. Okay, so what I'm saying is, go ahead and let people know about the channel. If you feel like you get some value, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and even drop a comment. Okay, let's get into today's topic. Okay, this is something that I couldn't wait to really talk about, because you see it everywhere, like all over, all the big guys channels, right? Everybody's talking about it, from Alex to Dan to Tanner. Everybody you hear is talking about how, at least for me, because remember, I'm coming from real estate and I'm just jumping into the online space, and I'm just kind of learning things. Like I said, I started a Shopify store, and I kind of put that on pause just because I want to take it in a different direction. I kind of don't want to do drop shipping. I take that back. Ooh, and I'm going to hit on this right now. Check this out. I am going to be doing drop shipping. Okay, and this is where I feel most people are confused. Okay, drop shipping is literally just a distribution model. It has nothing to do with, oh, is drop shipping dead or not, right? How can drop shipping is never going to die, because it's literally just a distribution model. It's literally like all the big companies, food companies, they use co-packers. Like, all big companies use that model, right? It's essentially drop shipping, if you will. Now, what is dying is AliExpress, okay? Taking cheap products from freaking China and trying to sell them here in the US to people. That's what's dying, okay? So whether you're literally selling them, and Shopify is never going to die, because Shopify is just literally an e-commerce platform. There's, Tesla's on Shopify. Pharrell, his clothing company, is on Shopify. I can't even tell you how many other big companies that I know are on Shopify. So it's literally just an e-commerce platform. Shopify's not going anywhere, dude. All right. And here's another thing. So the Amazon FBA thing, okay? Everybody's talking about how that's dead. Well, it kind of is, because guess what? Even though it's not AliExpress, it's Alibaba, right? So it's still products coming from China that are cheap, right? People in America, we're not stupid, okay? Americans are not stupid. At least, I don't know. I like to give Americans the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that Americans are stupid. They can tell cheap products. I can just look at a picture, okay, and just tell that that's a freaking cheap product from China. So that's, to be honest with you, that's actually what is dying, essentially, or what has already died in the year 2017, just because I've noticed it. People just aren't really, they're not interested in low quality. Like, I feel like people are willing to pay more for quality, right? And it's funny, because I was talking to my friend, and I was just, mentioning at the beginning of this video, I was talking to her about that. Like, people only argue the price when they don't see the value in your offer, period. That's the only time. And the perfect example to prove that is Costco, where I was literally just shopping earlier today. Okay, Costco is a perfect example. I spent the AOV for Costco is ridiculous. It's through the roof. Like, the average order value at Costco is probably it's over $100, well over $100. You cannot go into Costco and spend less. It's really difficult. Trust me, even for somebody like me, it's really difficult to try to go into Costco and spend under $100, unless you're going there specifically for one thing. But the way they position all those items, it's like, oh my God, I could totally use that type of jacket. Oh, let me go ahead and buy that. Oh, those sweatpants. Oh my God. Oh, you just put it in the cart, and it's like, oh, it's so cheap. It's only $20 too, right? So, they have a very clever way of raising their AOV. Okay, but here's what I was getting at, is that Costco, they figured out exactly what I'm saying. They figured out that price doesn't matter when value exceeds it. So what they do is, think about this. If you're at the grocery store, would you pay $12 for Ziploc bags? Probably not, because Ziploc bags only cost $2 or $3 or $4. But guess what? Costco sells them for $12 freaking. They sell a box of Ziplocs. Okay, I can't even count. I think it's like 142 or some random number in their value. Right? There's the quantity is higher. They sell a box of Ziploc bags for $12.62. Okay. So that's my point. So what people say, is that too high? Obviously they're selling because Costco's smart. They don't stock stuff that doesn't sell. So obviously it does sell. People do pay $12 for Ziploc bags. Why? Because the value is there. There is literally more quantity in purchasing that box of Ziploc bags for $12 than going to the grocery store and buying one box of Ziploc bags that maybe has like 20 or 30 in them for $3 or $4, right? So it literally, you can justify the price increase because of the value you're getting, right? So that's literally my point, is that if I think that, those models, those, selling stuff from, getting stuff from China, sourcing stuff from China and trying to go and resell it here in America, I feel like that is what's dying, okay? Because you see it from all these different industries, everybody's talking about it, right? So here's my opinion, okay? I'll be honest with you. What I think is going to always be, and you see a lot of the big cats are positioning, you hear them talking about their new companies and whatnot that they're promoting, right? And really what it is they're transitioning and they're going into just building a normal business. Is really what it is, right? Now, where you source your products, that's, that's entirely up to you, because keep it in mind, there are still factories and, manufacturers in China that do deliver quality products. And another thing too is, if you're sourcing, it's pretty deep. You got to really understand business to know these things. But what you can also do is source your materials elsewhere. You can source your materials elsewhere. The materials do not have to come from China. But guess what? The labor is cheaper over there. So you can literally ship your materials to the manufacturer and have them. That's what they do with, like, the Yeezys, shoes, Jordans, Nikes, all that. That's what they do. They literally source the materials and, higher end areas. Right, they pay more for the materials, and then they boom ship them to those low, labor third world countries where the labor is like dirt cheap, and they have all their quality materials being made by these people who charge way less for labor. So that's literally, it's literally, in my opinion, in 2018 we're literally just going back to the basics. So it's just a matter of literally just starting a company, that whatever you're passionate about, like, if you watch Shark Tank, like how people are doing, it's literally being a genuine true entrepreneur. That's where I feel like things are going to be headed in 2018. Okay, and you'll just mark my words, you'll see a lot of big cats doing that. Okay, now here's another thing. Okay, this is kind of like, a transition to what I'm doing, just to kind of like fill you in on a couple of my secrets. What I'm going to be doing is this Saturday, I'm going to actually be releasing something that I've been working on for a little bit of time now, okay? And it's something that I know, it's a business model that I know, or a business that I know will work forever. It's literally it's a timeless business is what it is, okay? And that's kind of what I'm getting at with this whole thing. Like all these new things coming up, cheap things, getting them and reselling them, like that's going away. What's here to stay, what's always been here and what's here to continue is all the traditional ways of doing business, okay? Now, I have this business idea that's always been around. I still use it. I still fall back on it, believe it or not. When, shit hits the fan, I always fall back to this business model, and it always works. And it's always taking me from, from here to here, just knowing this, okay? So being that it is kind of, something coveted, it's something very close to me, I'm not just going to share it on camera. And I'll be honest, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm kind of going back to my ways a little bit. Like, I'm not just going to share it here on the camera to anybody, right, who's watching this video. What I am going to do is open up. If you look at the link in the description, okay, I think it's going to be the first link in the description. You're going to go to the page. You might see a video or whatever. Put your email in there, okay? And what that's going to do is that is going to put you on the waiting list, okay? So you will know literally once I release that, once I release the course, you're going to know exactly what I do, okay? But I'm not just going to put it out there to, people who aren't serious. So if you go and leave your email, I'll know you're serious. And once it comes, you'll get a notification and you'll know, exactly what's going on. So I'll talk about it a little bit more at that point. But no, it's something that I always fall back on. And I know for sure that, you'll be able to make money. I know people that, are in that industry that make millions per year. Not saying that that's what you'll do. The reality is you'll probably be more in the range of like 5 to 6 figures, which is just so incredible because guess what? It's not boring like all these other businesses they're really trying to shove you to do online, right? It's like literally fun, and you'll have at least I do. I enjoy doing it. Like it's something that I do. Like I said, I just fall back on and I do kind of passively. And yeah, like it will allow you literally to create an extra, 5 figure, 6 figure income with doing something that you're passionate about, which is really, really, really rewarding at the end of the day. So, yeah, so, just want to kind of put that out there. So like I said, I'm going to put the link will be in it'll be the first link in the description, and I'm going to be releasing it this Saturday is when I'm thinking I'm possibly might be releasing it, but we'll see. I might wind up we'll see. Right now, I'm thinking Saturday, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes first. But like I said, go ahead and click that link in the description and just sign up, put your email there, and then you'll know exactly if I am going to release it Saturday or when I'm going to release it.